says donate money. I'm playing live right now on the Unity of Columbus Facebook page.
Say, good morning. My name is Darren Wells. I am your Board of Trustees President, and it is my great joy to welcome you to Unity of Columbus on this beautiful autumn day. And we begin by centering ourselves in this now moment. I will light our Christ candle, and for those of you who are either joining us remotely or watching this service at a later date, feel free to light a candle wherever you are. Make this time together a sacred time, blessing the inner divinity within you. Precious Spirit, we do indeed give thanks for this now moment. We give thanks for the blessing of life. We affirm divine life, knowing that we are interconnected no matter where we are. God is no matter where. There is no space between us. There is only the boundless divine energy of infinite spirit. And we give thanks for this awareness in the name and through the nature of the living Christ. Amen. Amen. And once again, my name is Darren Wells. I'm your board president here at Unity of Columbus. And I invite you to join with me in affirming our statement of faith. I'll speak it once and then invite you to repeat it after me. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, all love. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, all love. Let's take that statement within. I invite you to close your eyes and let the truth of these words resonate within you as you affirm them silently. And with a steady and unwavering faith, we say together again aloud our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, all love. And so it is. And we at Unity believe that one presence and power is active everywhere present, even in the midst of all the challenges we've faced in 2020. We have discovered new ways to do and be a ministry, and so we give thanks for that opportunity, even in the face of all the challenges of our human experience. And so we have a vision, a community vision, that we are working together to achieve, the world that we want to create. United in spirit, we are a loving community, co-creating a world of peace, abundance, and joy for all. Let's take a deep breath and affirm these words together. United in spirit, we are a loving community, co-creating a world of peace, abundance, and joy for all. And through our classes, through our Sunday services, and through our online ministry, and through everything that we do here in Unity of Columbus and the Unity Movement, we have a mission, how we get to that world we create. And I'll affirm it once and invite you to repeat it after me. With God as our source, Unity of Columbus inspires people to realize and express their divine nature in an awakening world. And this is an awakening world. Deep breath, and let us affirm it together. With God as our source, Unity of Columbus, and very aware of our core values, which we practice each day. Not just on Sunday. We are creative, authentic, learning, and loving. Yes. And so it is. And for those of you who've not been with us in person in a while, if you have to step out, use the restroom, just use the doors to Wilson Hall there on the, I guess, stage left, and then come back in through the sanctuary doors at the front. All right. And Unity is not just a church, it is also a way of life, a way of seeing the world, a way of altering our thinking, a way of practicing the teachings of Jesus and the other master teachers who followed him, and simply knowing our oneness as spiritual beings. And one of the things that we do in our mission as the Unity Movement is we publish the Daily Word magazine. And today's word for the 15th of November is kindness. I flow with divine love as I give and receive kindness. The word smile as I recall ways that friends, family members, and others have shown me kindness. I feel again the gratitude and blessing I experienced in those moments. Gratitude, love, and a beautiful awareness of connection fill my heart and mind in a remarkably similar way when I remember kindnesses I've shared. The movement of electrons through a wire creates a current, a flow. As kindness moves from person to person, it creates a flow of divine love. Both giving and receiving are essential to this current of love. So I look for opportunities to share acts of kindness. I welcome with a grateful heart the kindness others share with me. And the scripture comes from the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. What does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God? And the affirmation once more, I flow with divine love as I give and receive kindness. Let's affirm that together. I flow with divine love as I give and receive kindness. And so it is. And kindness truly is a way that we can truly practice the loving flow that we already are. So practice a random act of kindness this week, someone you know or perhaps someone you don't know. And the best part is that it's unexpected. That's my invitation to you this week. So for this Sunday morning, we welcome our wonderful guest speaker, our dear friend and neighbor, Art Yoho, who will lead us in a meditation and then give us a wonderful message about the exiled capacity of awareness.
Okay, I was hoping, give me some direction, thank you. All right, that sounds. Good morning, dear friends. Good morning. I'm very happy to be here on my birthday. Yeah. Yeah. So, that in combination with Julene saying, asking, I can't tell her no. So I'm so wonderful. This has been an important place to me for many years, and it continues to be. Some of you know I live across the street where the big gardens are in the front yard, and so I'm literally your neighbor. And so this morning we're going to be neighbors, and like I have many times before, come to your house, which is right here, because I needed to relax and get straightened out. We're going to be neighbors this morning, and I'm going to come to your house, and we're going to prepare for that visit by doing a short, quiet, breathing, sit, meditation. The greatest teaching in all of mindfulness practice is don't hurry. It took me years to get that one, and so that's what we'll do right now. We will not hurry, and we will rest for just a few minutes, and then we will visit. Give yourself permission to rest. Remember what resting is like. Letting go. Let your shoulders drop. Check your eyebrows and see if they can spread apart just a little bit. Rest your forehead. See if you can drop into your seat. Just a little more, let it support you, let it rest on the solid earth. Check to see if you're holding any tension in your hands. And just bring some awareness, attention to your breath. No need to change it or expect it to be any certain way, just be with it, with your attention. Awareness is a way of knowing. And by calming your mind, letting your brain rest, make space for this capacity of awareness that can help bring us home to the here and now. The body is always in the present moment, so that's a big help. We can count on a place to bring the mind and body together. Right now we are entering the domain of being. No need to strive. Everything is already here. There's no place to go. And you have dropped your worries because you're among friends, in a safe place. You're at home. And you know that you belong. Expanding awareness out past the sound of that train whistle to the forests and the mountains and the oceans. Awareness can touch all those things and recognize that, like Hippocrates pointed out thousands of years ago, there is one common flow, one common breathing. All things are in sympathy, and they are in sympathy with you. You're breathing in common with the cosmos. So when you're ready, you can stretch a little bit, open your eyes, rub your face, and take in the room. Bring your attention to the present moment. And now you're in your kitchen at home, and your neighbor, Art, comes over, and he even brings his own coffee, and because he knows you like to drink tea, and he doesn't want tea. So you guys have known each other for a long time, and this is not the first time it's happened. He's shown up before, and he knows that you probably are gonna stop and visit, and so. This morning he's a mess. He's just experiencing what the Zen master said about the brain thinks, is that the problems wake up first. and at the moment, Art is just still with those problems. His brain, was already there working on problem solving before anything else happened, and he needs a little help, and you know how to do that. You're an experienced practitioner in mindfulness, and you and Art have practiced together before, and it's okay. You just sort of be with what is, and so let's see, just to remind myself. Can't read it. Oh, okay. So it's a lot like me coming over here to church in the morning, and Sunday morning over the years, and benefiting from the practice here. I know you're all practitioners, and that you do come home to yourselves. You do bring awareness to peace that's already there. You bring awareness to well-being, to generosity, kindness. And so I'm in your kitchen, and I'm a mess this morning, and you laugh at me because you've seen it before and you've been there before, lost in the whirlwind of the mind, the brain, and the thinking going on, and the striving going on, trying to go back in time and fix something that it seems like you need to fix it. Going into the future, the brain is said to be like an anticipation machine. It wants to know what's happening next, and so that makes it really hard to pay attention to what's happening now. And so all over the place. I'm all over the place, and you say, "Are you breathing?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I need to remember." Thank you for helping me remember. I couldn't even do that. So you help me start settling down for a minute, and it's okay. Sit at the table, drink your coffee, and we'll just be with what is. You're helping me that way. And so gradually I notice that you're calm and enjoying your tea. You actually seem to be in touch with your cup when you pick it up, like there's some connection with the cup. And you notice the tea, and I'm looking at you like, come on, I got a problem here, we need to fix it, hurry up. And you're still just kind of looking at your tea. And I'm like, well, this isn't going the right direction. I really was hoping you'd be miserable too, so we could both be miserable together. And I'm like, well, okay, all right, I'll go along with this, and then you actually do take a sip of your tea. And you seem to enjoy it so much, like you just experienced chocolate cake or something special that never happened before, but you like have this tea, and it was like the first time, and a moment, and seeing things that are in front of me. So my attention, you're helping me bring my attention to the present moment, and a little bit at a time, I actually remember to start trying to find my breath. I haven't been aware that I was breathing for a while. Unfortunately, I can count on that to happen without my help. Like almost everything in the universe seems to be able to go about its business without me running the show. So I'm like, okay, I'll see if I can actually find my breath. And there's like this little prayer. It's like, please let me breathe. A little prayer to the cosmos. Like, you know, I need the help. And so I bring my attention to something other than the problems that I woke up with, that I'm trying to solve in the past and the future. And I just experience the sensation of breathing. Can focus on the rise and fall of the abdomen, or the sensation of the breath coming in, and the coolness of the air at my nostrils and the warmth coming out. This, when we're wearing masks, is especially easy to notice. Usually I notice I need a breath mint as well. And so it's okay with it, and a little bit at a time, the mind and body come together so that I can see what's in front of me. I was blind, actually blind, not able to have the experience of seeing what was in front of me when my brain was so busy in a hurry to solve problems. That's what the brain does, and it's okay, because now as I develop awareness with your help, I can notice that activity, that thinking, and say, I can have a choice about that, because I remember that's not me. I'm not the thinking. I'm not those thoughts, and those thoughts come and go. And I remember that monk that said, problems wake up first, and so I'm getting help. I'm helping myself now. And you're really glad, because you don't want to have to, hold my hand all day. You're kind of like, all right, you can do this, and I start doing it. And so, I'm coaching myself to remember how to come home to myself. And the way that happens is by making space for awareness. Well, awareness may be not something I own or have. It may be something that has me. It may be just part of nature, that I can participate in. It's sort of like I'm aware, and everything also aware. Now that I have kind of woken up a little bit and made space for that, I realize there's a whole lot more going on that's not in my head. And that's good news. And once I find my breathing, my breath, I'm like able to find my body. Notice my body's there. And I'm like glad for that. Still here. Seems to be taking care of itself pretty well for the most part. I can be very happy about what is working well. And I can be happy that I was able to actually walk over to your house and sit down at your kitchen table, and you were there. This is a welcome thing. It's a big deal. It's not like a small thing. It's somebody else is there. And now I can see them. And they've been able to see me because they were already established in the present moment. And I'm talking about you now. You were established in the present moment. And you were able to validate my existence by seeing me, hearing me. You actually call me into being. What a gift. And I start becoming aware of that gift and start realizing that I have that capacity too. The capacity of awareness is something that somebody told me one time, that there was this cognitive leap 70,000 years ago in my species. And the thinking started, and the detachment from nature kind of evolved over time. And we started thinking of ourselves as separate, and got a little lost touch with our absolute dependence on everything being exactly as it is. There's a teaching that nothing can exist without everything being exactly as it is. And if that kind of comes home after a few years of contemplation, that might be true. I put some curiosity around that and wonder how that could be true. And I find that I test it and sort of experiment with the practice, and I'm like, I find that I can touch with awareness outside myself. I can touch the reality, the existence of whatever is really going on inside me and around me. That's the definition of mindfulness. So, of course, now that I'm remembering these things, I'm telling you as if you never heard it before, because I'm excited. I'm starting to remember. Oh yeah, that's cool, and you're like, yeah, I've seen that before, and now you know that I'm going to be able to carry myself out the door and get on with my day, and that's so you're like starting to think about what you got to do next, and that's okay. That's fine. Thinking is not bad. There's a lot of unnecessary thinking, and there's a problem that we might get stuck with is, it sort of covers up awareness, blinds us and makes us deaf, and we can have choice about that, but that's not something that we just naturally have anymore. This is an exiled capacity. It has been left behind. It's a natural thing, but through evolution, through the process of modernity, of civilization, we have fabricated a lot of things that we now think are real. And we get confused sometimes about what's what. It's the real world. Well, which one is that? If somebody tells me I need to get real, well, which real are they talking about? And the real is quite often, actually fiction. What we're referring to as real. And those things are things we count on and are used to. Things like nations. Nations are a fabrication. And then I can get caught up in nationalism. That's a notion. None of that's real, but it's a real fiction. Okay. It helps me if somebody like Yuval Harari points out, he's a historian, he wrote a book called Sapiens, that he's a meditator too. He practices several hours a day and goes on retreats for 60 days. This is the kind of thing that's natural for a practitioner and not really acceptable in the real world, because you need to be busy, productive, achieving, and you're not worth anything if you don't, and that's all not real. What's real is the inseparability of myself with yourself. And again, contemplation for a few years on that topic is helpful. Experimenting with that, could that be true? But not only is that true, but literally everything in my body came from the earth. The bones in my body used to be rocks, calcium. It's nice that they can transform. Form keeps changing. This form is at your kitchen table in the shape that it's in at the moment, and and we are helping each other take care of ourselves, and that's a good day. And maybe that's a good place to just be at the kitchen table, and it's a good day. Because awareness has put us in touch. We're not alone. We are accompanied by the trees. We hear the birds outside chirping. That's right. They help us, call us back again and again to arrive here, now, in reality. And this is the, what do you call it? Affirmation that I think would be nice to share is you have the right to exist. And not only do you have the right to exist, your existence is required. The universe, if it's, if we bring awareness to how everything is completely dependent on everything else, we know that everything has to be exactly like it is, which means your validated existence is required in order for everything to exist. And existence itself is such a deeply satisfying thing. They say that most suffering comes from dissatisfaction. And if we're dissatisfied, we're probably dissatisfied with the fictional reality because it's not the way we think it should be. If we're satisfied with participating in the domain of being through awareness, and we're aware that we exist and that our existence is validated by everything else, and we're at home here, now, in our body on the earth, and it's complete. It already is. That's my, that affirmation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Art. That was wonderful. We have such a good neighbor, don't we? I'm very at home right now, very at ease. I really appreciate that. Just what I needed to start the week. All right, dear friends, and so now is the time in our service where we bless the gift of our treasure, whatever it may be, and however we may choose to give. And it's a way of putting Spirit first in our lives, giving back to the place or to the people that spiritually feed us. And so I'll speak our offering blessing. Just taking a deep breath and realizing that you are the flow of divine love. We bless our love offerings, our gifts, our tithes by affirming divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. Together, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. And our primary giving method these days is online. For those of you who may have a physical love offering here in person, we've got a lovely little gift basket back there and some love offering envelopes if you wish to use those. And so, in that spirit of the flow of love, we give thanks for all of you for being present today, for making this spiritual community what it is, truly a home away from home. And we are one human family, all together as one. And that's why we're here, just to remind one another and to keep practicing that in everything we think, say, and do. And so I want to give thanks to our Board of Trustees, to our volunteers, a very special thanks to Mr. Art Yoho once again. And to Jim Maneri, our music director / video producer. And that lovely music you heard before service, he's going to be doing that every week. So keep coming early like several of you did this week. And join us early online as well. All right. And with that, yes, for those of you who are interested in serving as perhaps a greeter or a platform assistant like I am, we're having a relatively brief worship team meeting just across the hall, just a bit of a recruitment effort. Who are joining us online, if you want the link, just email me. You guys who are friends of Unity, just let me know or give us a comment in the live chat. All right, and with that, I invite us to stand and let us affirm our prayer for protection, which, just breathing in that presence of life, we affirm for ourselves, for one another, and for our world together. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And as we practice that capacity of awareness, and as you hear the words of our peace song, simply let them be your truth as you start off your week. That was meant to be with God. affirm for this week, I am the living flow of divine love. Together, I am the living flow of divine love. And so you are. Have a blessed week.